ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Machine Room Podcast. That's right, we are back. Welcome here. It is August 10th. I don't even know if they're still fucking screaming and hollering. It's August 10th, and we're here in the Machine Room Podcast. I'm Nostradamus. With me is Hammer of Venus. And it's another day for more rants and raves, and I'm sure Waffle Stomp's gonna be mentioned somewhere, and some more freaking novel covers are gonna come in.
We
But
should talk about how I just got fucking tricked or pwned today
she
with the.
got fooled. Fooled there. You gotta watch out. I like how like you looked at it and then you're like, oh no, I think this is fake. Did you even look at it before?
I know. That was the first time I watched. So I got news that there was the new trailer dropped for the Joker 2 movie. And I was like, oh, we should watch that. I'm not going to watch it because I want to be my first reaction is when we watch it. And then I was like, this looks fake as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, son of a.
I was like, I'm going to watch just a few seconds. I was like, yeah, this is fake.
Yeah, it was fake as hell, man. Fake as hell. That's why when you told me about it, I was like, wait, what? What do you mean? Because I would have saw it like crazy. Twitter would have told me like crazy, like, hey, Joker 2, Joker 2, Joker 2. It wouldn't shut up. My Twitter is more on like right now about uh the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse digital's out, and everybody's talking about how it's different from the because the theatrical already had like, if you saw it opening
Yeah.
weekend, you saw the first version. Then if you saw it later, you saw another version. And now the digital, they're saying, oh, it changed again. I don't know if it's the second version. They kept one part of the first version in some scenes, and then they just did a lot of, so people are like, what the fuck? Like, you guys keep uh fixing patches on this movie as you release it, you know? Like, keep it as one. But I don't know why
I,
they keep doing changes. I mean, I don't see eh, the only big complaint that people had was that you could barely hear, I think. But other than that, I don't know why they kept making changes.
I had read something like today or yesterday about how the digital version is the one that's going to be canon.
Yeah, of course. they got no
Okay.
got no got no choice. I mean, well, we talked about this. There's times when we saw a movie in theaters, and by the time we saw it in home video, they did some changes, and we could have sworn like we had some Mandela effect kind of thing. It's like I could have sworn there was something there, but then you question yourself because you only seen the movie like once, unless you went to the movies and saw it like multiple times and you know everything. Because I wouldn't catch any of these changes unless I have seen it a whole bunch of time. People probably saw it like crazy bootleg, and that's why they caught all these differences in the Spider-Man movie. I wouldn't. The only thing that I remember, like I told you, for sure, was in Jet Li the one at the end. They used the Papa Roach
Yeah,
track, and when
I
I
remember
when I
that.
yeah, you see, like I knew that for a fact. So I know I was like losing my fucking mind, and for some reason they decided like, oh no, we gotta take it out in home release, and then it's just stayed like that ever since. There's not
One of my,
there's not the Jet Li the one Papa Roach cut, there's none of that
yeah,
anywhere.
there should be because that's how I remember it too. And then I watched it on cable and it was different.
It changed, like it felt really good there. It changed. Big ups to Broly Fizz in the chat room. Sorry, he's like, how, oh, hi Naz and Venus. Hello Broly Fizz. Hello Ajax and Phantom for being
That
here. Thank you guys for once again joining us in the Machine Room podcast. But yeah, that's like I said, I haven't got the digital yet of Spider-Man because of course I'm gonna buy the physical. I think I already pre-ordered. I think I pre-ordered it while it was still in theaters, so I just gotta wait for it to arrive. So um but yeah.
my favorite movie that does that was different from the theatrical to home video, which was VHS. Did that come out on Betamax? Anyway, uh,
Never got to experience beta. I never experienced Betamax or Laserdisc.
I didn't either. I've seen stuff on Laserdisc, but I've never like owned one, or
Mm-hmm.
Betamax. So the original Back to the Future, the first one, was just made as one movie, and that ending they had that like alluded that there was going to be a sequel was just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is back in the 80s when a movie was in theater for like a year
Yeah.
or longer. And
Yeah.
it was going to be another year after that before you saw fucking like home rentals or buying VHS tapes. So, in that time span of when the movie was released in theater to when it was released on VHS, they actually greenlit the sequels. And so that's why at the end on the VHS versions, where on actually all versions now, it says to be continued.
Yeah. I do remember that too. The OG one was like, just normal, and or maybe not. Well, maybe not. Probably not, because by the time I was born, I think the first movie already came out
Yeah.
and fucking
And
home release and shit like that.
I've never seen it without because I didn't see it in theater because I was too young.
Right. Probably not.
So,
And I think the same went for Star Wars, because the first one didn't have like episode 4,
no,
right?
it didn't. It was just called Star Wars.
It was just bam, Star Wars in your face. Star Wars in your face. That's the one. Episode 12 in your face.
And then for fucking 20, 30 years, George Lucas was like, I wrote all these movies, and this is the fourth one. And then they were like, oh, we should do prequels. He was like, yeah, I'll get on writing that.
I think he has like he had a plan, because Mark Hamill said it back then. He said like, "Oh yeah, this guy." You can find interviews where he said like, "Oh yeah, this is just the middle of a story, and he has all this blah blah blah." So I think he had the stories, but he didn't have the stories out. But he
Yeah,
had the stories in
exactly.
his head.
Exact. Because I've watched those, like the prequels. I've watched like the behind the scenes little documentaries, and they're like, he's writing part of the script. He's writing this scene. And I'm like, wow. I just feel like we got lied to for fucking ever.
What's the phrase? Damn it. Uh, fake it till you make it. That
Exactly.
That's what George Lucas did, man. He saw the first movie. It was like, yeah, this is like really episode 4 in a long series, but I'll just make it like, if it's successful, then I'll go ahead and show you guys the rest. Then the first movie success was like, well, now I gotta write episode 5. I'll bring in a writer for episode 5, because they wrote that shit. He had different writers too for that one. Like 5 was
Yeah.
the one that is like, all right, I'm just gonna be here. You're gonna direct it, and you're gonna help me
Yeah.
write it, and then we'll put it together. And then the
guy,
rest he took care of.
the guy that played C3PO also directed some scenes.
Look at that guy. That motherfucker's a beast. That motherfucker's a beast. C3PO, human relations. But yeah, that's one of those. Let me take out this blurry shit. That's one of those cases where it changes from home to thing, and I mean, you can. I mean, I don't know anymore unless people call it. Like I said, if people, I think if I saw Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, without knowing about the changes, I would have noticed one scene, and it's when Spider-Man 2099, Miguel's little digital partner or friend or whatever, like his Cortana from like Halo kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like she does something, she's like, haha, and then she takes a selfie. I would have noticed they changed that. And I seen the scene where she does something else instead of taking the selfie. I would have noticed that. Anything else, I don't know if I would have noticed. But still a great movie. I mean, it's digital. I mean, we're not sponsored by these motherfuckers at all.
No,
But
no,
just,
no, 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 no.
just letting you know, it's out there. It's digital. It's a great movie. Check it out. Do what you gotta do. Recently I've watched. We finally watched the Little Mermaid movie, and it's basically just the cartoon made live action. It's the same shit. It really,
Nice.
and that's not knocking it down. It was actually really good. They had like some new stuff in there, and I found out that the music was made by Lin-Manuel, so that's what gave it a real
Yep.
good feel, So I mean, it didn't suck. It was really good. It was entertaining. It was nothing too grand, but it was decent. It was just good. and it was directly what's her name, J- Je- McCarthy chick who plays Ursula. She's the comedian.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Jenny McCarthy. No, something.
Janine.
Just, whatever. She killed it as Ursula. That
I
bitch.
saw an interview with her. She was like, I don't really sing. I don't know why they asked me.
Yeah, she killed it. It was good. It was great, and there's no reason for anybody to complain about that. I know. I remember when fucking Lion King came out, they were like, "Is this? It's just the same shit as the cartoon." I was like,
It's
"Yeah."
not, though.
It's
It
like,
is, but it's not. Melissa McCarthy,
there you
thank you.
go. No, Melcia McCarthy, as Broly Fitz just put down, not Melissa. Melcia, Melcia McCarthy.
Oh, yeah, it sure does say that.
Melcia
See,
McCarthy.
that's that whole illusion of how humans read, especially like us here, the way that we write, left or right.
Hmm.
We look at the first letter and the last letter of the word and then how long it is.
Can you
And then
imagine that?
that's how, like, especially speed readers and stuff, that's how you read. So you look at it, it looks right. But if you actually break it down, you're like, no, it's totally misspelled.
We probably will evolve into a sense where we just blah, 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 like real fast and it's all fucking scrambled and messed up, but we still know how to read it.
Exactly.
That's how we're
Because
evolving to.
we're becoming more retarded.
Oh, we are straight up being retarded. And I know we said the word, we don't give a fuck.
Let's get retarded.
All right, that's all they're gonna get because if I, I feel like if I play a millisecond more of that, we'd probably get flagged for it or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We get flagged for fucking everything.
For everything and nothing. Phantom Knight says Microsoft did an entire study regarding how people read with that subject.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like my reading problems that I've gotten from post COVID and stuff has messed with that in some way. So like I totally will see the wrong word, like the word that has nothing to do with that word, like, or like a phrase, like, so it takes me longer to read now because I'm like breaking down each letter to make sure that I'm reading the right word or writing the right word.
That's just me, like normal speaking. I just fuck up and slur. And then people always catch me on it, and you just come to a point where you gotta call yourself out and laugh at yourself because if
Yeah.
not, then you'll feel like shit. But yeah, people will call me out on, and I know that it's always been like that. And this is the thing, I envy women because I feel like women speak so well, like naturally.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like I noticed that my whole life. Women speak well, they can pronunciate well. It just talking is just perfection for them. And
Girls learn to talk usually before boys, and then when they're the same age and they can still talk, women have more of a higher vocabulary.
that's right, because you know why men just come on and they're like,
Let's get retarded.
Fantonite said, my thesis in college was based around the understanding of reading and emotional projection of typography. So I looked at a lot of stuff regarding reading and things like that. We all can be eloquent if we try. Hell yeah, we can be eloquent. I look up to people who do talk eloquently and perfect, like Cody Rhodes. This wrestler Cody Rhodes, the son of Dustin Rhodes.
Guy?
Yeah, he is so good on the mic, so distinguished when he's talking, when he's telling a story, and it's like it's inspirational. Like I want to be like that. I want to talk like that, and know words and just be able to tell a story. I can't tell a story for that. Like I could tell a story if I really like get into it and use my whole body and just like something especially like personal that happened to me, and if I take a moment to think about it. But like say like I'm trying to retell something that just happened. I don't know, like like, oh man, that thing was funny. You should have saw it, man. This cow came out of nowhere, and then the guy said, you had to be there. Like I don't know how to Sometimes I fuck it up, and it was like, forget it, man. Like if I saw funny TikTok videos, like, oh man, this comedian, he was like, blah blah. You know what? I'll just send you the video because I don't know how to tell you the stuff so good. Phantom Knight said Cody is a wordsmith. He's picking words carefully, so they're more impactful to you specific. Yes, yes. And hi, Danny. Hi,
Oh,
Danny.
hi.
Oh, hi, Danny.
Two things. One, so the people that are just hating on the new uh Little Mermaid movie are just racist.
Just like the Barbie, hating on the Barbie.
There you go. So that's put to bed.
Mm-hmm.
We can move on world now. We can have new discussions.
Yeah.
Another thing is like, I was born here in New Mexico, but I was actually raised in Texas. And when I moved to California, people from California thought I was from there. Like, you tell them like what neighborhood you live in. I live in Glendale. They're like, oh, cool. So you went to Glendale High? I'm like, no, dear. And then I'd always have to tell people like, no, I lived in Texas a big majority of my life. And they're like, well, you don't sound like you're from Texas. And then I think of that quote from Natural Born Killers. He's like, I don't want to sound like those assholes. I never they were so adamant that I would never fit in and, ridiculed you if you don't go to their church and all that stuff. That I was like, I never tried to emulate them. I emulated more what I saw on TV and stuff and like movies.
You were a cowgirl and shit. Did you have the hat with
No,
the straw?
sometimes.
Yeah.
And 2nd through 5th grade in elementary school, we had to learn how to hoe down every year. And then
Wait.
we would do that instead of PE, and then we'd have this big dance where you had to dress up, and your parents would come, and it was super embarrassing. We did it for fucking, what is that, like 2nd, 3rd, 4 years?
I thought you said we did that instead of peeing. Not PE, but instead of peeing, we had to hold down.
Just pee on your corner dancer.
You guys should have cha-cha slide, which, by the way, RIP to DJ Casper. He passed away recently, the creator of the cha-cha slide. Oh, Chicago's own. You mentioned Texas, so the stars at night are big and bright. Come on.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah! Yeah! That's what's up. You had to.
And again, I don't ever say like, oh, I'm from Texas. I just tell people I did time there, and then they're scared of me.
I got a
What
gun.
were you in for? How long? 20 years. 20 years.
I'm packing. That call out right there is like the equivalent to Who Framed Roger Rabbit when he's all like,
oh. That's what it's like. You fight every like tooth and nail. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Fuck.
He burst through that wall crazy. Brody Fitz said, I actually know how to square dance. Had a college course and everything. Was a champion and shit. Now, really?
Yeah.
Oh, square dancing like a motherfucker.
That's
but
awesome.
can you cha-cha slide?
No.
Cha-cha with a motherfucker. There was something else called the bus stop, I think. It's another dance, the bus stop.
Yeah.
I know the bus stop because I danced it in GTA, The Ballad of Gay Tony. Which
pick up that name you just dropped.
It's crazy because it was the DLC of that game that actually made me a fan of GTA.
Yeah, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Because 4 was cool, but your boy Nico didn't talk. He just was there. Then
he didn't.
He didn't. Everybody else was talking. He was just there, and it didn't grab my attention. GTA 3 did grab my attention because it was in the city and it was kind of cool. But once again, your boy doesn't talk. Then you played the Ballad of Gay Tony, and then you had this like Latino lead. It's like, oh shit, I could relate to this. And then it was all this cool stuff, and he talked, and finally, GTA 5 happened, and everybody was like a character and talked and shit like that. We played 3 characters, so I got in there late, You know, I'm just letting you guys know I got in there. But I used to play like back in the day on PC. I used to play GTA 2. We're talking overhead.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
know, you just running
The
around
first,
and
like, the first two of them are like that.
yeah, and you just like driving over Elvis's. Oh, you just
Yes.
that's all you heard. Oh,
Those
oh.
games were ridiculous because you could literally do anything. It was fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you fucking look the wrong way while crossing, a red light, you get 10 stars of cops after you for fucking 45 minutes.
It's cool, man, because you be packing. You got the code and you just got all the fucking gear and shit. You out there looking like homeboy from what's that? I'm gonna get you sucker, when the one that was like strapped to death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then he fell. And then he just got shot up. That was
Our,
Isaac Hayes, wasn't it?
our GTA 5 escapades were legendary.
So much fun. I envy people who are still into it like crazy. It's like, that's great for you guys, man. Like, I see stuff and I'm like, damn, man, that looks exciting, but that looks like I have to grind to get there, and I don't want to
Yeah.
grind anything. Like,
And
try this
like
new DLC, and I'm like,
the games are super hacked, and people can go through their like Superman and all this crazy shit, and so it's not even fun anymore.
I don't know. Speaking of that, did you see this whole thing that they're re-releasing Red Dead Redemption, but people are pissed off
Yes.
because it's fucking for a full game price, and it's not even on the newer system. It's just the Switch and PS4.
So yeah, it's just like they're releasing the original game because I guess they didn't have it before for PC and PlayStation. Like,
Oh
it
yeah,
has
PC
nothing
too.
to
Forgot.
do with Xbox because we already had it for Xbox.
Hmm. But it's like supposed to be remastered or something for it, but it's not even like the newer gens. It's still the gens
Yeah.
before, except for the Switch. But the Switch is still kind of like at that level of the gens before. Only Nintendo can make a system where it's like, okay, here it is advanced, but we're still not at the level of the competing consoles yet. We're still like one of the best damn consoles out there. It's
The only time they ever really did get ahead was like a couple times in the 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. And then like once games went to disc, like PlayStation and Sega CD, and like Nintendo could just never catch up after that.
well, they never wanted to.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you, like, they keep winning, because trust me, Nintendo's still winning. Like, they'll tell you, they'll talk about the console wars of like PS5 and Xbox, but Nintendo over here, like, we're just here, and they have like the hardest of fan base, let me tell you, because people love Nintendo and they don't have to do much. They just gotta make a Mario game, make a Pokemon game, make a Zelda game. They make games that are fucking like great and loved worldwide. Like Heather playing Animal Crossing, just simple shit like that. They don't need to do anything more advanced that the other consoles need. And then they get creative. The Wii, oh, this is new shit where you use nunchucks and whatnot and a sensor. The Wii U, hey, look, we got a little handheld thing that's like on the screen too and on this. And then they were like, you know what? Let's just make it fucking handheld and on the screen now. With it's just the Switch is just the Wii U combined.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is. And they're still in the market. The Zelda came out and is blasting like crazy. And look, they're making games for the Switch. Let me tell you something though. A game that's on the consoles and that's on the Switch, you're better off playing on the console unless you only have a Switch, you know. But it gives like people on the Switch an opportunity to be able to play stuff on the go. That or you get a Steam Deck. If you really spend that money, you get a Steam Deck. Boy, that's a real fucking console on the go right there.
Yeah, I want one of those so bad.
Yeah, I don't have one. That someone in the household has it. The brother has it, but I don't have one. But yeah, I would like to. But I got a Switch. You know, it's all good.
I have the basic
Steam
one
Deck.
where all it does is just cast your computer screen to your TV,
Mm-hmm.
and you can plug a keyboard and shit into it.
Mm-hmm.
I have that one, but it wasn't that great.
I remember one that they had where it was like a controller.
Mhm.
I think it did the same thing. I think. I think. I think. You see, that's one of the example of me slurring and messing up my things, and then I gotta catch it myself because if I let any other motherfucker catch it, it's gonna be black, bitch. I'm gonna be all that, bitch. Is there anything here that's really like intense and hard? It's gonna be if anybody makes fun of me, you know what it is?
Garbage day!
In this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
That's the best sound ever.
Yup. When you say it, people know what it's up. The Stadia, that was sad.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
was
that.
sad. It came out and it had like a few games, and then it just like lasted a year, I think, and it was like a good attempt, but streaming is now part of everything. You could do streaming gaming on Xbox. You could do stream gaming on PlayStation. I don't think the Switch, but yeah, streaming is everywhere. But let me like point out that the first company to do stream gaming was the Sega, and I had that Sega channel, and it was It was wait, is the nope, that was not it. Sorry, that's not it. It was there. It is. The Sega channel was. Thank you. It was great streaming. Like it was every month a whole set of like 100 new games for you to play with, and it's just like that
Wow.
instantly, and they were broken down to categories, and I will play every single game on there. If there was a fucking Barbie game, I played it. If there was a freaking Muppets game, I played it. I don't care. Every single My Little Pony game, every single game that was on that fucking shit for the month, I played them.
Wow.
I tried everything. Had a
I was gonna
ball.
say too that the Sega Game Gear. I wish that would have like they would have kept making those
I
like
always was fascinated about that.
newer versions.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was like a Sega on the go. I thought that was
it was
cool as shit.
amazing. I had every attachment you could buy for it.
Sega on the go was cool as shit. Now we all have a Sega on the go. If you have a Switch and you pay for that fucking like their premium whatever shit, then you got Sega on the go. Your phone, yeah, Sega on the go. Everything's on the go.
There's a bunch of old Sega games on Steam too.
Mm-hmm. All on the go. Everything's on the go,
Yeah,
people. Everything is on the motherfucking go. And
I have like
we
a $1 billion idea for people like Sega or Nintendo or any of those game companies that have like old games that people play on emulators and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Make mobile phone versions of them, charge 99 cents, and you'll make over $1 million the first day. I guarantee
Now
it.
listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga! You know nothing
Right
about
there.
that!
Smart. That was smart, yo. That was smart.
You know how many people love playing old Nintendo games or old Sega games?
Everybody. Everybody. That's why like anything that's old school, they'll make new games retro and people get
Yeah.
excited. I get excited as shit for a new game that especially if a new game is retro beat 'em up style. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
day one, let me get that shit. Let
What
me
was that
get
Russian
shit.
one on Steam? They're like in
Oh,
Russia and you have to go around beating ass.
oh, that was the shit. That game was
That was
fun as
fun.
hell. I forgot. I got it on my Switch, but that oh man, fucking Russia something. I forgot. It's fun as hell. There was this one guy and he's crazy and he just you leave him alone. He just goes ah! And I remember me and LP would like reference that shit. He just stand there. He's just ah! He was crazy as shit. Loved it. Mother Russia something bleed or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. It was crazy.
Exactly.
It was a crazy game. But you know what else is crazy? Like you said before this show, we have a lot to cover. So let's just get right to it, yo. What you say? I say
Do
we
it.
should. Yes, because we got a lot to cover. I bet this is gonna make a lot of conversation. Guys, is that part of the fucking podcast? At a point, this is gonna just turn into the screenshot the news podcast. It's time to screenshot the news.
Screenshot the news.
Macaulay Culkin. Christopher Walken is always excited for this part. I said Macaulay Culkin.
You did.
But
That was
imagine Home
awesome.
Alone with a very young Christopher Walken. He's in the
Where he has all
fucking
that swagger.
yeah, he's in the bathroom
No
scene.
twi-
I don't know how to do Christopher Walken's thing.
That's funny. Hang on one second.
We're hanging on right here, guys. We're really excited to get right into the news.
There we go.
Wow, you're here in my house. What he says like, oh no, I'm all alone. No parents. What am I gonna do?
Oh my god. So this is today. Street Sharks to make a comeback at Mattel. So they're gonna make more Street Sharks.
That's right. I just saw that on my drive home, and I was gonna freaking post it online saying that me and the badasses that watched it in the fan chamber with me are taking full responsibility for the return of Street Sharks. I said it. It was like maybe 2 years ago, but I say we started this. We started its return, baby. This is awesome. I'm ready for some
So
Street Sharks.
there's like that holy trinity that are all coming back right now, and that's gargoyles, biker mice from Mars, and Street Sharks. Those you always hear like older nerds or geeks talking about. Oh, we should bring those back. It's happening. You're
The
welcome.
the Street Sharks returning has to have, and this is like by law, one of the sharks got to be voiced by Vin Diesel.
Yes.
By law, one of the sharks got to be voiced by Vin Diesel.
I am Groot.
It has to, because he was hard trying to sell you the merchandise back then in the 90s. You gotta bring it back and have him fucking be one of the voices of the only thing I ask of the new Street Shark is one, great animation, two, a really cohesive story, and three, finish the damn story. They
Yes.
never found the father, the fucking deadbeat dad. It never solved anything. It just they just it was just a fucking commercial to sell you toys. But I
You
need
know what? The other show like that I wish would come back is SWAT Cats.
hell no. It is.
What?
I heard. Yes, I heard. It was like within last year or in the beginning of this year. There is a SWAT cat supposed to come back as well. Everything's coming. Looney Tunes, no, Tiny Toons. I just found
Yeah.
out is returning. They're in college. Yes, it's called Tiny
Weird.
Toons Luniversity, and I
I
saw the
think I did
video,
hear about that.
and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, man! Our childhood is returning. It's beautiful."
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like people are living in the world where we grew up in. It's kind of funny.
Hey, there was a book and a movie that called it Ready Player One.
True.
Called it. Very excited for Street Shark.
So I have two screenshots about the same thing. But so we posted on like Facebook and stuff like a week or two ago that Gal Gadot said that James Gunn and Peter Safran greenlit Wonder Woman 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't hear anything else about it. And then I saw another article today said that no, it's definitely happening. And then in the same day today, they said no. Like James Gunn and Peter Safran came out and they were like, no, that's not happening with us.
And then I saw just moments ago, before this show, that I saw something that said like it was happening, but it's not part of the DCU.
Damn it.
So I don't know. I was thinking either it was today or yesterday. I was thinking like, you know what? Maybe that girl like shot the gun a little bit too early and just started talking out of her ass and shit. And now they're over there like, no, the fuck's wrong with her? But by the way, Gal Gadot got a new movie out this weekend on Netflix. Check it out, I guess, if you want.
And she was on Hot Ones on YouTube.
because she is a hot one.
Haha.
Alright. I just wanted to have close-ups of me throughout the whole show.
So regardless, I'll see it because she's an amazing Wonder Woman.
It's Gal Gadot, man. She's a shit. Oh, Broly Fist said if they brought back Freakazoid, yes. Freakazoid needs to come back. Darkwing Duck needs to come back. It came back for a minute and not Tailspin.
I like that show too.
DuckTales. Yeah, Tailspin needs to come back. But anyway, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
Freakazoid was my favorite show because it used to be the last show at night, like right before Adult Swim turned back into Cartoon Network. They would play Freakazoid, so like we'd be out late hanging out with people. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come over to my house and watch Freakazoid, and I'd have to sneak all these people into my little tiny room.
I have all of it. I have the whole series on DVD. I love Freakazoid. I watched it when it aired, so part of that
Me too.
block of the Kids WB, and it was kind of towards the end of it, and my mom loved watching it too, so she found it funny. Freakazoid was brilliant, man. Freakazoid is like, it was ahead of its time. It was so fucking funny.
Hey Freakazoid, you want to go see a bear ride a tiny tricycle?
Do I? Apparently they brought back Freakazoid and Cosgrove in some other cartoon. They had a cameo recently. I forgot where. Yeah, like I saw it.
Oh, man.
Let's see. Freakazoid. Let's see. No.
While you're looking that up, I found a screenshot of an old Tales from the Crypt episode where the Death from Bill and Ted 2 played Death in Tales from the Crypt. Like when the Crypt Keeper is talking, it was like him and the Death from Bill and Ted. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
When did that happen?
Early 90s, whenever fucking that show was on HBO.
Oh shit, that's dope. Oh, I think it was Teen Titans.
Oh, yeah, they would do something like that.
Teen Titans Go had Freakazoid show up in a cameo.
That song from Teen Titans Go, When the Night Begins to Shine.
Mhm.
I've had that song like on repeat the past like 2-3 days.
Nice.
Takes from the Crip Walk, I like it.
I think he meant Tails, but I like takes from the Crip Walk. That's my next fucking yeah, that's my next mixtape. I got drive-bys in Shanghai, and then right after that I'm gonna make takes from the Crip Walk. And it's gonna be a picture of me, and I'm gonna put what was that dude, Dub C or WC, whatever, that he used to Crip Walk?
I don't know.
Come on, the guy was like in the first music video of Korn or whatever. That, not the first music video of Korn, but it's, the music video with Korn was like, God told my really got the life, and then it's like, get the party on. That's Dub C. He was like Crip walking.
Okay,
Get the boogie on.
Yeah.
There you go, Dub C. That's me and Dub C are gonna be on the cover of Takes from the Crip Walk. And throwing up the W. All right, keep going.
I lived in LA with real Crips, and they're not to be fucked with.
Nah, man, don't wear red.
Apple buying Disney is a possibility, according to some analysts.
I heard about this, but before I keep going, do you think Crips get mad at the girls when they start bleeding?
What a blood.
What the fuck you got all this blood down there, bitch? What are you trying to represent? Fuck wrong with you? Better be bleeding blue next time, bitch. Anyway, so yeah, I heard about this Apple trying to buy this. That I can't believe, because Disney is Disney. Disney is too powerful. You can't buy the mouse. You could buy some of the mouse stuff, I think. I think they want like some of their, because Disney owns like NBC and Fox and so many other shit.
Well, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but like 10 years ago or more, they were going to file bankruptcy. Disney was. And
Really?
by like, selling a company here and buying one there and selling one here and buying one there. Then the Marvel thing happened, and then they're fucking just gods of space and time right now.
Marvel saved Disney. Disney saved Marvel. It was a beautiful combination. I love it.
It was just like when Bill Gates gave fucking uh, Steve Jobs money to help Apple out of a rut because they almost went bankrupt. And then Steve Jobs used that money that Bill Gates gave him from Microsoft to make the iMacs. And then they've just been riding a high ever since then.
Yeah, well, I got something to tell Bill Gates. Bill Gates, give me money so I can start whatever the fuck I want, and I'll never flip it back around on you. All right, Gates? Cool.
Cool.
Phantom Knight said, I saw that article. They would need to sell a ton of their assets, ABC, Fox, etc., so that the FCC wouldn't cancel the deal. Is it because Disney just owns so much, so they need to like
Probably.
so because then there's always caution about like you can't have a monopoly. So Disney is really getting up there.
Yeah, if they were able to make that work, things are really weird. What are they gonna do next? Start buying car companies for their Apple car that they've been trying to keep secret for a long time?
Who, Disney?
I don't know what I just said. I'm too high.
You're talking about Apple car, but I was gonna say,
Oh,
hey,
Apple
Disney, you can buy me. I'm for sale, Disney. I'll do anything you want, dog. Anything. I am yours. Whatever money you toss my way, I will bow down to the mouse 100%.
This show is for sale, and we are the biggest sellout.
Yes. Sell it to anybody. Apple, you want us? We got you, baby. Put us exclusively on Apple Plus. I'm there, man. Put me next to fucking what's that show that I watched on Apple Plus? The one by dude from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's a really good show. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. It's really good. Like no bullshit. Really fucking good for no reason. Like funny and dramatic. It's
What is it called?
I forgot, man. It's about a gaming company.
With the nerds?
Yeah, man. Shit. Okay, Rob McElhenney, and he did a TV show. His TV show, Mythic Quest. Mythic Quest is what it's called.
Okay.
Mythic Quest on Apple Plus is a fucking damn good show, and I highly recommend it. Anyways, keep going. I could mention another really good Apple fucking show, but
okay.
Everybody talks about fucking Ted Lasso, but I have no interest in Ted Lasso. But everybody
I just want to watch that show.
C was really good. C was really good. That's the one that I really focused on. But then, like, there was a person in that show, and I was like, this bitch is killing it for me. Why she still exists? And I was like, just get it over with. Luckily, it ended. I think it just lasted like 3 or 4 seasons. Severance is another great show on Apple Plus. It's fucking crazy, brilliant, and I can't wait for the second season. All right, I'm done.
Disney CEO Bob Iger admits performances of recent movies have been disappointing.
He's finally taking the L. They're doing them too fast and not like focusing on them. It's becoming what did my teacher Miss Mohammed told me. By the way, she contacted me out of the blue, out of nowhere. The one that wrote that book. Yeah, she contacted me out of the blue. She was like, X, is this still you? And I'm like, oh shit, Miss Mo. So yeah, shout out to her. Great to see her. I told us like I just found out you had a book. Why didn't you tell me? She was like, discovery is the best part. No, surprise is the best part of discovery or something like that. I was like, oh, you wise woman,
You
you.
just got schooled
I know that was
again.
really good. But she said she taught me the whole, and it's not like not she didn't create it, but the whole what is it? Quantity over quality, I think the term, or is it quality over quantity? No, it's quantity over quality, right?
Quality over
Over
quantity.
quantity. There you go. So quality over quantity, and they were just like dropping shit like too much too fast. They take your time and really have it planned out, and you know you don't have to. Yeah.
Do you think that the new Little Mermaid was a bomb?
No, no, it was actually very successful.
Okay, good.
But I didn't know, but it was very. The movie Elemental is successful. That's what had me and my wife like, what the fuck? They were like, we finally went to go see the movie because we heard it was banking in the fucking box office, and we went to go see the movie, and we're like, all right, well, this movie was cool. I don't see why it's like crazy. I liked it, but I don't see. It's not like like one of their best, Pixar's best,
Yeah.
but it's banking in the fucking box office. Fucking the Meg 2 banked in the box office more than TMNT.
And there was all these articles that led up to the release date of the Meg 2. How, oh, this movie's going to be dog shit and it's just a bunch of callbacks from the first one and this and that. I'm like, you haven't even seen the fucking movie yet.
Yeah, but they're
And
not.
then it released and everybody's like, this is better than the first one.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, they're not wrong. What do you think the Meg 2's gonna offer? Stupid, crazy, dumb shit, and that's exactly why I want to
Yeah.
go see it. I want to go see the Meg 2 because I'm like, okay, we're in the second one. It's about to jump off. Like the first one was surprisingly fun. The second one's got to jump off. So apparently, it's fun. So I want to see that. I saw TMNT though. That one's fucking fantastic. No bullshit. I
I'll take
think
your word for it.
the trailers really didn't, because remember like we talked about like how it looks, right? It's like I don't know what's going on. It seems disturbing. No, when I saw the movie, it wasn't like that at all. Like I was
Is it maybe like a frame rate thing
I
on
don't know.
TV?
I think the trailers or whatever, it was just like I don't like they don't. Maybe it was just like another render or something, because when I saw the movie,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm able to see everything and everything's clear and blah blah. Like even when it was like going like a lot of action, I was able to keep up. It didn't seem like the animation. I kind of feel like because it's Nickelodeon and it's kind of old school, so they got like I said this in a video, like this, it kind of gives you like a old like the wild old wild what's that cartoon called? The Wild Thornberries kind of
Yeah.
animation, when it comes to
I
the
love that
humans.
show.
Yeah, when it comes to the humans, they had that kind of animation about how they're drawn, but it could be because of how the humans are perceived by them, the mutants, as the monsters. So I don't know if that's part of it as well, because April, she looks fine, but then other people kind of looked a little bit more like abstract on how they're
Oh.
drawn. But the turtles were fantastic. The scenes were great. It was hilarious. It was funny. The camaraderie between the kids was really great. Jackie Chan was really good as a
Wait,
parent.
what did you say? The camaraderie?
Camaraderie, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Is that the right word to use?
Camaraderie.
Yeah, that word right there. It was a good movie. I recommend it. But
I went to Walmart twice today and they already have like the toys out for it and they looked really good. They reminded me of the originals.
yeah, like the first time you see the turtles, it's wide eyed. Like they do that callback. That's the
Nice.
first time you see them. Is like wide eye. You're like, oh, that's cool. And then then after that, they're like normal. But it was just real cool. The first time you see them, and it's like cartoon accurate, fucking like comic book accurate wide eye turtles. It was pretty cool.
I remember one of the first things I ever learned to draw was this little boy that sat next to me in first grade, and he could draw Ninja Turtles real well. And after like maybe 5 minutes of watching him, then I could do it too.
That's what's up.
They're pretty simple.
You got that special power where like Taskmaster, you're just able to mimic by watching.
The Pretender,
Yeah, that guy's face.
the Jared face.
I can't get over that guy's face. He just seemed fake. Like I don't know what the fuck it was. Like, is that a mask? His face is weird.
The CW loses millions of dollars amid Nexstar changes. Do you think this is also because they don't have any DC shows anymore?
Maybe. I don't know, cause I think that era is over. You know, like it was.
Yeah, but like, where do they go from here? I mean, because
I
they don't have Supernatural anymore. They have no DC shows. Like
they
all their old shows before that are gone.
here's where they go from here. Okay, like cameraman, zoom in. That's me. Here's where they go from here. Okay, they settle the fucking disputes, get these writers back working, and create some new fucking creative content.
Bars.
Oh, let me get him back. Let me get him back.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
That's right.
True that.
But yeah, you just gotta get creative, man. They were banking too much on the DC stuff. The DC stuff was great. Their best show, they canceled it. They should have kept going with Legends of Tomorrow. That was me. The Flash ran its course. They got nothing else, but it's good. They could keep going. Superman Lois is really good still. So, you know. But
True.
whatever, just try to come up with something new, dog. Get creative. You see fucking Netflix and all these other streaming platforms getting great fucking content. It's not that hard.
I think the CW needs another dark show, like Arrow was, or like Supernatural was, or like Charmed was. I think that was always something that made them money.
Or yeah, but then they're just gonna be mimicking the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, put us on the CW. That's it. I told you we're.
I'll be dancing like that frog.
Yeah, I think that's Fox. Oh no, I'm thinking about the fucking. I'm thinking about this fucking show where they have celebrities in costumes singing, and you got to figure out who they are.
Oh no, I was talking about the WB.
I know. I thought you were talking about the really stereotypical frog. In the WB, yeah. Hello, my baby. Hello, my. You know what I found out that song was made making fun of the telephone when it first came out.
Because Alexander Graham Bell wanted to use the phrase "hello" instead of "ahoy," and "hello" back then was like a word that people used when they jumped out to scare you or something like that, like "hello." So the phone came out, and then they were like, yo, we're gonna make fun of that hello word.
I think we should bring it back to that. I think jumping out at people going hello is more funny than you know, and ahoy. I'm gonna answer the phone as ahoy now. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby.
You need that sound effect of that lady that she gets scared when somebody jumps out at her and she does the raptor face. She's like, ah.
No, I'm just getting the clip of Homeboy from the birdcage.
Yes.
Ah! Yes.
That's me all day.
But yeah, I don't know. They, like I said, it's all about the writers. Get the writers back into working, and we can make some magic. Stop trying to just bank off of. You saw what they did with the Gotham Knights or whatever, and that shit tanked hard.
It tanked hard, dude.
If you can't do,
like the people in the show didn't want to do it.
Yeah, if you can't do the shit right, then don't even bother doing anything. That's what I say. Or just fill your CW with reruns. You know, MTV's still surviving with just ridiculousness.
I get so mad when I think about MTV and how great it used to be, and how it brought people together, and everybody liked different kinds of music, and they did fun stuff and had cool cartoons, and
But it's like, what can you do now? Times have changed, you know. Cable is not what it used to be. It's all streaming. It's all streaming now. That's why
Yeah, but
everybody
like
jumped on it.
they make their money from commercials. That's where TV companies, or if it's like a paid like HBO or something, you pay that.
Hmm.
So why not just go back to music videos with TV shows now and then, like they do, like they've
They
always done, and
they have
then
those
bank on the commercials?
they have those channels still. That's just all music videos. But again, they make that money off of YouTube with views and
No,
ads on there.
they make money off of 16-year-old pregnant girls, and that's fucked up.
That's America.
Yeah!
All right.
Director Louis Leterrier believes the world needs more Jason Statham transporter movies. I second that.
Yes. I was
As
pissed off when they decided to redo it with fucking dude from Game of Thrones as fucking
Yeah.
transporter. I'm like, this is not the transporter.
I was like, we got 2 movies and you just dipped out and then started making other shit. I was like, give us one more at least. Like, as fucking bananas and ridiculous as those movies are, they're so entertaining.
There's 3 transporter movies.
I thought there was only 2.
Nah, girl, there's 3. There's a whole trilogy.
Maybe I haven't seen the third one.
There's 3 transporters.
I don't know why I thought there was only 2.
Nah. It didn't just peak at Transporter 2. There's 3 transporters. Then there was a Transporter series.
Yeah, I know about that, but I never watched it.
Yeah, I don't think I watched it either.
Danny says he wants more Jason Bourne. I would like another Jason Bourne movie. That one with Hawkeye was insanely boring.
Yeah, that's why it went back to Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we gotta go back.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Yeah, we
That movie
fucked
made
up.
no sense.
We gotta go back to this shit. Whose idea was it?
Even people in the movie were like, "Where's Jason Bourne?"
Yeah, they just kept mentioning it. He was just fucking. He was just there. I'm trying to see, like, okay, wait. Transporter franchise. Yes, there was 3 of them, right? Transporter, Transporter 2, Transporter 3. Yeah, on 2008. Then they did Transporter Refueled. And then the Transporter series. TRA.
Wow, I got it.
Yeah, I have them all.
Have I not seen this?
I don't know why you haven't seen them. This is great.
Maybe I have seen it. I don't remember.
I don't remember what the third one was myself.
See, you can't fuck with me.
Hold on, I gotta.
This girl looks familiar though.
I think I'm trying to think if that's the one with the fucking chick.
Yeah. I think I have seen this. I remember her. Wasn't she like the boss of somebody he was transporting? Or she. No. Was she the one in the bag? Oh, no, that was the first one.
Well, welcome to the Machine Room Podcast, where we try to remember which transporter is which. All I remember from the first transporter is everything. What I remember from the second transporter was the crazy fucking trick where he fucking spun the car to get the explosive from out of underneath the car. And that's when I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. This movie is amazing.
I remember watching that at work and I was just like, I didn't just see what I just thought I did. And then it just lands perfectly and has no damage to it.
I'm
I was like,
telling you.
bullshit.
The movie was ahead of its time, and then people talk shit about the Fast movie. It's like, baby, Transporter was there already.
They have it for Amazon Prime for free, so I'll just watch it.
There you go. We need a Crank 3. I second that. I second we need a Crank 3. Yes, get that crank in.
I love those movies. Those movies get shit on too, and I fucking love them. I love both of them. I watch them back to back.
I think everybody. I don't know anybody that doesn't like that. If they don't like that movie, then they need to get hit with the bike blicky. He had the coolest fucking. I am Chef Chelios, and I gotta keep my adrenaline going. I can't do a good.
And his
Jason
sidekick
Statham.
is an old, grumpy French cop. Perfect. Just
because
perfect.
these movies were good because they were Louis Leterrier movies, whatever.
I thought they had something to do with Luc Besson.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, they're Luc Besson
Ha!
movies. Louis Leterrier was the director of the second one. That's where I had it confused. Yeah, they're
I'm
Luc
like
Besson movies. That's why they were great.
I'm like brain dead and high, and I still knew Luc Besson is the shit. Except his dating habits and marrying habits are really weird.
You know, like I said, you look at the person's career, not their life.
Not how young they seem to. Never mind.
Yeah, this
Pit-
we just like, oh, he did La Femme Nikita, Leon the Professional, The Fifth
yeah.
Element. Yeah, I love that guy. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Google it. It's awkward.
Mm,
Um, Pitch Perfect star Adam Devine believes Marvel ruined comedy films because the latter's budget can't compete.
yes, but then, yeah, okay, no, you did right because clickbaits would be like, you know, he just said Marvel ruined comedy movies, but then he clarified like, no, I love Marvel movies. I'm not
Yeah.
saying they destroy. I'm just saying like because Marvel movies are such a staple on like what, you know, how to make money and what the audience wants, that comedy movies are like a forethought. You know, they don't put so much attention onto what a good comedy needs or you know, to be made or whatever shit like that.
I think what fucked with people is having a movie called Endgame and then making more movies after it. They're like, wait, Endgame.
You gotta understand, it was the end game of that. Now, speaking of Adam Devine, I just got like hooked onto this guy recently. I
Oh,
got,
from Workaholics?
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't watch Workaholics when it aired. I knew of it. I didn't think so much about it. Now I watch it. It's hilarious. I knew of him from Pitch Perfect movies. He was hilarious in that too. He actually has a Pitch Perfect series that is his character, and I didn't continue watching it. I keep forgetting to keep watching it. But yeah, now I'm hooked onto this guy, and but now it's like this Adam Devine like renaissance or something. I keep seeing him everywhere. He's like in this movie and
Yeah.
that movie. He got a special, Netflix special. He's in interviews. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's blowing up. Where's the other two guys? Where's Durs? Where's Blake? What the fuck happened?
That's a good point.
Yeah. And I thought Thurs is the funniest, man. That motherfucker cracked me up every time.
The
Especially
dude
when he
with
got
the
out
hair?
the real tall guy, the taller
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He's hilarious. His rapping when he got all like hood and shit. He's hilarious. That's my favorite workaholic. Right
I always
there.
thought the dude with the curly hair was funniest.
Oh yeah, no, he's funny too.
He
He's
kills me.
fucking great.
Um, this is like a big deal too. There's a lot of people that are blaming all kinds of shit for comedy movies. Like, where are they? And the ones that we do get stuck. Like, the only thing you can blame there is cancel culture bullshit.
No, yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Is you got to be careful what you do or say and everything. You know, you got to be careful of all of that. You know, I just repeated myself because I'm thinking about something. I was thinking about that girl, Little Tay, that apparently like died. Yeah, there was like I never knew of this girl. All right, believe it or not, there's a lot of fucking influencers and YouTubers and whatnot that I never heard of. All right, so then
Me
you're like,
either.
you ever heard of this? And I'm like, no. So
No.
there's this little like I guess Asian. She looks Asian girl called Little Tay, and she started since she was a little girl. The brother was like recording her, and up till now. And then they said that she died. The family put like something like she died. Her and her brother died, and then everybody's like, oh, rest in peace,
Wow.
whatever. But now they're saying no, she's not dead, and they came out and be like, no, we're not dead. Our thing got hacked or something like that, or our family lied that we died or we got hacked. So now people are like, oh, what the hell? But there's people showing videos, and there's a video of this little girl back then, and she said the N word, and I'm like, you know what? That wouldn't fly today. It was It was comical because she's all like hacked in hood. Yeah, motherfucker, this, that. You know, I got money, and then she's saying N word and blah blah blah. Like to me, that's just funny.
Like
But
with an ER?
no, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah, I see what you mean.
you know,
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You
you
know
know,
nothing
the
about that.
AH, you know. So
there is a great distinction between the words, but like I understand that as like a rhetoric of like, you know, slavery times and ancestors and all that. That's something that most people will never be able to comprehend or understand. That's a big one. I could totally agree. Like if somebody was like, you can never say the N word, either version, ever again because it's too hurtful. I'm like, I agree with that. But they want to take away like, oh, it's sexual assault instead of rape, or it's, you know, mentally handicapped instead of retarded. Like all this stuff. Like I understand what that's means something if you're like in a professional, you know, workplace or something like that. Like, but for to take, you know, just words that aren't hurtful and say that they are, it's like ridiculous.
comedy is comedy. We all
Yeah.
gotta understand that comedy is a place where we all together realize that we're just laughing at the same thing, and you know, it's kind of like a mutual understanding, and we're not attacking anybody. You know, it's just a mutual understanding. We're all having a good time. There's other kind of comedy that you can understand, like a whoa, hey, hold on, but it's just all it's all fun, man, and we can't get so damn touchy. I understand if it's like if you're attacking somebody and they're not finding it funny, then you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
You need to fucking chill then.
yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I thought we were all laughing together. But if we're all laughing together, then it's cool. You know? So don't go to a comedy show and get fucking offended. It's like, bitch, you pay for this. Why
No.
you here? You know what you're
There's
coming
that great quote at the end of the Joker movie where he's laughing kind of, and she's like, what's funny? He's like, you wouldn't get it. And like recently I got it. I got what's funny. And this comedian was talking about it, like a TikTok or something I was watching. He was saying that comedians deal, not just comedians, just humor in general, tends to get darker and darker because you think of like like we had the thing on a previous episode about like the sun beaming light on us and it could kill all of us in a second, or making the jet streams move and melt all this water and all that. And I just laughed. There's nothing I can do about it, nothing I can do to change it. And it's so like of a we're fucked scenario that all I could do is laugh because you can't like it's the more fucked up things kind of get like that, the funnier they are.
We're
And
all
it's
gonna
weird.
die. That's all it
Yeah.
is. We're all gonna fucking die. So just laugh at it. The fuck?
Like the Belko experiment with James Gunn's brother, and he's just like, nah, it's cool, don't worry about it. He's like getting high and laughing about it. If it's something like, yeah, we need to stop, you know, politicians from policing women's bodies, or we need to solve racism and we need to have equal pay and all this kind of stuff, but like there's so many things you can just look at and just laugh at because it is what it is.
Life is funny. Life is funny. You know, it's real. This is the dark humor between me and my wife. Okay, my wife got her lip bit off. Yeah, and she keeps joking that I beat her. So that's the joke going on there. And I try to be like, yo, you need to calm down with that shit, like in public. But you know, she's always joking, like, you know, he beat me and shit. But you know, other people won't find that shit funny, believe it or not. I remember one time I was working at U-Haul and it was like there was a noise under the hood, and she was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound good." And I was like, "Yeah, we got a woman trapped in there." Blah blah blah. She's like, "That's not funny," and I was like, "Oh shit."
Yes, it is.
That was hilarious, but she made me feel like shit. Like she was
Nine.
really pissed off, like really pissed off. I was like, "Oh, okay, you're one of those."
99% of the shit that we find funny is probably offensive to somebody.
Hey man, I made the Juggernaut bitch. That says a lot. That says a whole lot.
Just-
That says a whole lot.
I don't even have anything to add. I'm just gonna
Mm.
say Zachary Levi is still mad people didn't like Shazam 2.
The man's very passionate about his work. The man's
Again, I just find it hilarious because, you know, the Snyderverse gets canceled and all these actors get fucking fired and they have to move on to new projects. And Zachary Levi's like, not me, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. And then his movie bombs and he gets all butthurt. I think that's really funny.
Hey man, let's hope that his the Spy Kids that he's with is becomes a hit. Cuz he's in that. I don't hate the guy. I love the guy. You know, I was with him since Chuck. He's always done good stuff. I heard his cuz you know, I didn't read it, but I heard his audiobook of his book, you know, and he,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
yeah, he went through a lot of stuff. He's all about mental health and stuff like that and shit like that. So, you know, I'm all for this guy. I love them in Shazam. I think Shazam 2 was good. It didn't suck like everybody's saying it is. And you know, I wish him the best. But he sometimes you need to, like, you know, just calm it down a little bit. But he is a really, really super nice guy. I know that in person. I forgot what I was going with this. Oh, I was gonna say that he's probably gonna even be more pissed off that there's gonna be a Tangled live action movie, and he's probably not gonna be involved in it at all. He's probably gonna try to campaign for himself to be the fucking writer, whatever his name was, Flint Rider or whatever his name is. And shit, watch, bet,
He was
bet.
also in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and he did really well.
He was in Thor 1 and 2. They killed him off.
And then he went to DC.
No, he was in Thor 2. He was not in the first one. He replaced the dude in the first one. He was in the
Which
second
dude?
one. It's the one of it's part of Thor's friends, and he is the one that was like the real good looking one, the swashbuckling.
Oh, yeah.
He played that character in the second movie, and then they killed him off.
Okay. Ain't that a bitch?
Yep, ain't that a bitch? But you know, it's gonna be all right, Zachary Levi. Don't worry about it. Keep your head up.
You'll be alright.
You'll be alright.
Redfall players are frustrated by a lack of updates from the developers on post-launch content, especially those that already paid for it.
All I have to say is don't play the game so quick. You see, we still have stuff to do in the game. You see what happened? We're still good,
Yeah.
you know, and then when the DLC is about to come out, we're like, oh shit, let's get back into the game. And then we got something to do, and then we got the DLC to do, you know, it's all good, you know. So yeah,
But-
those people need to slow down.
The soundtrack, though.
Yes.
My only beef with that game is where's all the fucking vampires?
That's what I want the DLC to be. More vampires.
Just like we talked about
A
gaming,
wave.
like wave mode. Yeah.
Yeah, just a wave of vampires. You know where they're at though? It's remember when there's the what do you call it? When we have to go into the zone, find a door, go into the door,
Yeah.
and then we go into their
Nest.
there you go. The nest. That's where you find a lot of them. You know, you deal with a lot of them. And
But like walking around town that's supposed to be taken over by vampires and you don't see any, I'm like, dude, like give us something.
nah, they don't go around a lot. But that I told you that game is just a lot of like, hey, go get this stuff at this place for me. All right.
Yep,
And then there's like vampires and fucking cultists there.
of course. And cultists are the perfect metaphor for Trump supporters.
Yep.
Zack Snyder still has plans for a director's cut of Sucker Punch.
And I want to see it. But I'm also like, I got the theatrical, I got the extended. Now you're gonna have to get me I'm gonna have to get a fucking director's cut. Like, come on, give me a break here, man. But I want to see it.
It's just like Watchmen. There's the theatrical cut, the director's cut, and then the ultimate cut.
Let's not forget the king, which is fucking Blade Runner, and the millions of cuts there are for that movie.
There's 4.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have
There's a
all
lot.
4. It was a box set, and I was really proud of it. And somebody walked off with it. Probably the same person that took my Coming to America.
Damn!
Yup. So hold on to your Coming to America and Blade Runners because motherfuckers out there thieving those movies.
The only ones I have now, I have the director's cut of Blade Runner and the final cut.
I have the final cut because that's the final cut. That's the one that's supposed to be like,
Yeah,
this is it, you know? This is
they
it.
even
And I'm
added
like, all
some
right,
CG stuff with it. It was cool.
yeah. So that's what I want. I want whatever is the definitive fucking cut.
Yes.
So I go with that.
Ronda Rousey addresses her WWE future after SummerSlam 2023.
And you want to know my opinion, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck that bitch. Look, she came in at one WrestleMania and it was good. It was great. And then they were like, oh, we got her. And I was like, all right, cool. And then she came in and she did a couple things. And it wasn't like, to me, in the ring, she was ass. Her mic skills, ass. Her acting, ass. She did nothing but possibly the only thing she really did good for that company was elevate the real talents in that company, like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and Bailey or whoever else the fucking shit, and main events at WrestleMania. But other than that, ass. She was ass. You know how her body was like a rag doll in the fucking ring? It was horrible. She did nothing. The fucking makeup on her, stupid. I don't like her friend Shayna Baszler. I don't like her. But Shayna Baszler, way better wrestler performer than Ronda Rousey. So I'm glad that in this fight they had, Shayna won, and Ronda's now finally like, all right, I'm done with this fucking company because she was complaining all the time too, like, oh, people didn't like me, or I deserve this, or I deserve like, get the fuck out of here. We don't need you, basically. So there you go. That's what I feel about Ronda Rousey. Get the fuck out of here. We don't need you.
Moving on.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Street Fighter 6 is getting a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover this month.
And I heard it costs $15 each.
Yeah, people are not happy with the price, dude. And it's for like one character, I think. Or is it all 4?
I don't know. Like I said, I think it's each or for each skin or.
Yeah, I think I read it was for each skin.
So this is when you wait until the fucking shit's on sale. Cause straight up, that's ridiculous. You know what else? You know who else does that? The Dead or I love Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive is my favorite fighting game, but they are ridiculous when it comes to the costumes for these girls in the game. Like, there's packs that are up to like $80 to $100 of costumes, and I'm assuming people actually pay for this shit because
somebody's paying for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, get the fuck. I'm not gonna pay fucking $90 for this costume set for all these people. Fuck you. Get out of here.
I just get the ones that you can unlock for free, and that's that.
Fucking Danny over here, man. You know what's $15? Tusk. Look, get on my face, man. Fuck out my face.
Great movie.
Hate you guys.
Great movie, but it just sticks with you and it's haunting.
What is wrong with Kevin Smith?
David Ayers says James Gunn promised Suicide Squad director's cut will have its time. So this keeps going up and down where it exists, it is real, it's made, it's done. They just don't. Like the way Warner Brothers shit is going right now, they just don't know if it's ever going to be released.
Well, the fact that he says that Gunn is like behind it and willing to release it at some point gives me hope. That'll be cool. I'd like to see it. Okay? But you know what would be great if he also says, hey, you know what? I'll release the Batgirl movie so you guys can watch that too. You know? That would be nice.
Thank you. And then maybe we can get Batman Beyond. But that's asking too much.
Yeah, we don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Star Trek's William Shatner calls recent UFO claims ridiculous.
You know what? I'm with them because it's like, you know, like why? Like it's cool that you guys are doing this, but it's like also like why are you doing this? You know?
It's a weird thing. Like this whole alien UFO thing, I thought, first of all, I never thought that they were going to come out and say it ever, and especially in my lifetime. And for them to come out and say it and for nobody to give a shit because of how awful things are right now, I'd find it really funny.
They have to like they should have been like, yes, we have aliens. As a matter of fact, here they are right now, and they just walk in the
Yeah.
room. You know, it's like, hey, what up, people, and shit. And we taught them our ways, and they're like just saying all the fucking slurs. uh, then I'll be amazed. Yeah, then I'll be amazed. But other than that, it's like, oh, we know. Like it reminds. It's funny because it reminds me of one of our dubs when we dubbed Initial D, and one person's like, you know, shut up, you gay, whatever. It's like, yeah, I know, gay. And then Randy's like, we knew you gay, Nick.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Like, we knew there was fucking aliens.
Absolutely.
Oh shit, no, not the top. Oh, it's right here. Okay.
Oh
Cool.
fuck.
Mm.
Yeah, that was like if you anybody that read my article, that was autobiographical, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, like that was something that you couldn't have any kind of experience like that because you were just laughed out of the room. And now, like, I'm not saying all of them are true. Probably most of them didn't happen. But to say that they're a great percentage of them were now true and people can come out and talk about it. But again, like, we're in this super high bubble right now where everything's expensive and people can't afford shit and people don't want to work and the people that want to work can't get jobs and it's just fucked up. It's a weird time for them to like come out with that.
There's a lot of videos of people saying, and it's true, like, okay, so what? How is this gonna affect my life? You know, you're telling me there's aliens and they had, okay, so how is this gonna affect my life? That's why I say the only thing to really wow us at this point is, hey, here they are right now. They're coming out here. Guess what? We have new spaceships. Everybody, look, they gave us the fucking ability to teleport. I'm talking about like the show Earth Final Conflict or V happens, then it's fucking
Yeah.
like some crazy shit. But right now it's just like, yeah, man, they exist. They're over there. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, let us, know more and see it when you want. What else can we do?
Yeah,
Are you
lower,
guys gonna help our lives better, or are the aliens coming in and integrating with our society and giving us new jobs and shit or something? Like, what we doing?
are they gonna fucking lower the price of rent and the mortgages and like
Yeah.
it's so bad.
Are you like making? Are you guys doing diplomacy with the aliens and finding the ways to like save our fucking Earth or something? Like, what we doing?
No, they're working with the aliens at the top secret experiment at Area 51, also called Groom Lake, to make iPhones.
Yep, and creating all the rides in Disney.
Yes, and make better Pixel movies.
Yes.
So we talked about, I think last week, about how Marvel owns the rights to the Hulk again,
Mm-hmm.
and for him to have like his own spin-off movies and stuff. So this is saying that the Incredible Hulk sequel would have featured red and gray Hulks.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I heard about that. The director of that first movie said that they had this whole plan for it. They also said that they just like, and it's kind of true. That movie at the end by adding Robert Downey Jr. was like the first like official like, oh shit, you know, there's a connection. Because you saw Nick Fury at the end of Iron Man, you're like, oh shit. But then when you saw Robert Downey Jr. at the end of Incredible Hulk, you're like, oh shit. That was when it was like, okay, this is happening. This is really happening.
Yeah,
Th-
and then for him, that actor, not to move forward with the series was. I mean, I like Mark Ruffalo, but like, it was just a different turn.
you know, Edward Norton really clashed a lot while making that movie. You know, he wanted it a specific way. He was real deep about it, and they were like wanted it somewhat. So they kept clashing. What I heard, and that's why
Yeah.
he didn't stay with it. But you know,
Well, apparently he's not easy to work with in movies, period. And that's why we don't see a lot of him anymore.
that's what I heard. Yeah, I mean, the last thing I remember him was he was at the end of Alita: Battle Angel.
And he's in Birdman.
He was in Birdman. He was in Birdman. But that was before Battle Angel Alita. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
That's
bit.
the last time I saw him. So that's why I'm waiting for the sequel. He's playing the bad guy. That's a big fucking
Yes.
that's a big fucking important character. That blew my mind when
he looks so good at it too.
yeah, man. If anybody could pull it off is Robert Rodriguez and James Cameron. Anyways, next.
Resident Evil 2 remake breaks series sales records.
Really?
I think that's really cool especially for Resident Evil fans. And if you've seen it, it looks really, really good. The mechanics are better. Like everything's better.
So that's really good for Danny over here because he's the biggest
Yes.
Resident Evil fan I know. So Danny. Hey man, big ups to you guys. Your shit just keeps winning.
Except if it's on Netflix.
Except if it's on Netflix. And you keep losing. At least the Resident Evil CGI movies are great. So there's that. You guys got that. You know, can't have everything. But you got
All
that.
I want is the same thing they did for 2. I want the original Resident Evil remade like they did 2, like with the better graphics and the better mechanics and movement and no more death by camera angle and it's first person and or second whatever.
And I want Shenmue 4, but you know, we all can't have what we want.
True.
Okay.
Maggie Gyllenhaal is reportedly attached to direct a remake of Gene Wills' iconic classic Bride of Frankenstein for Netflix.
Go for it.
Has she directed anything before?
What's the name again?
Maggie Gyllenhaal,
Not that I know of. No.
the girl from Secretary.
Yeah, no, not that I know of. I don't know. I hate her face. That's all I gotta say.
She's cute.
Eh.
She's cute.
I was okay with her blowing up in The Dark Knight.
It's funny because I watched Brokeback Mountain again recently, and then I just remembered I'm like Heath Ledger fucked the shit out of her brother.
Yup. Yup.
They just
Fucked
wow,
her brother
I
and
don't
blew her ass up.
I don't remember the sex scene was that long.
Yep.
This is your boy. Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda set to adapt The Warriors as the next musical.
Yeah!
That's right, and I'm excited for that. Lin-Manuel, The Warriors, let's do it.
This is a guilty confession, but I've never seen The Warriors.
You have to.
Never seen.
There's two versions of it. There's the original version, and then there's the re-edited, extended something version where the director went back and made it more comic booky because that's how he said it was supposed to be or how he saw it. And I actually like that version. So, you know, either or works.
Danny says, I wanted Katie Holmes back in Dark Knight instead of Maggie Gyllenhaal. I
Yeah, well.
didn't. I thought fucking Katie Holmes was so negative. Like, she was like the nagging wife the whole first movie.
They both suck.
Yeah, they both suck.
Period. They both suck.
I just thought this was a funny article name. Expend Surprise, the Expendable 4 is gonna have violence in it. Expendables 4 rating confirms bloody violence throughout.
As it should.
And yeah, exactly how it should. Just don't kill any more stuntmen and we're all good.
Yeah.
And at this point, you could just not have Ronda Rousey in it, which I don't think she is, but still.
Ronda Rousey in movies, fine. It's just wrestling. She's not good. She's still a bad actor though. Yeah, it's true. But if you have her somewhere where it's like a choreographed fight scene where she looks dope, because they had her fighting in one of the Fast movies and that was good fight scene. But acting, she's horrible acting. She's still horrible acting.
She just sounds like a bad person.
She probably is.
The way people describe her.
Yeah.
WWE's Vince McMahon subjected to search warrant and grand jury subpoena in July.
What else is new?
Amen.
Yeah.
Discord will soon allow you to stream Xbox games directly to its platform.
Hey, so if that's important to you, then this is big news. I guess. I don't
know what that's going to do for us. Probably nothing.
Nah,
But Scream 7 is officially in the works with Happy Death Day and freaky director Christopher Landon.
And that guy, those movies are great, but where's Happy Death Day 3? That's all I'd ask. Because trust me, I want that third one. If you haven't seen Happy Death Day, you should watch them. They're fantastic. And Freaky.
I've never seen it either. Freaky is fucking awesome.
So watch those movies.
I thought Freaky was going to be really dumb, and I watched it, and I was like I just had the best time.
Oh, it's dumb, but for all the good reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking fantastic.
Original Lando showrunner found out he was replaced via social media.
Hey, man. That's how it is, I found out aliens exist via social media, so it's all good.
I found out aliens exist from the anal probes. So,
Aha.
Ryan Reynolds has announced that he will be bringing back Alf on his Maximum Effort channel on July 29th. So I guess it's already happened.
Oh, the series?
Yeah.
So. I thought he was like gonna redo Alf. I'm like, all right,
no,
this motherfucker is like, he's like, all right, I'm bringing back Biker Mice and Alf.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it big. That was my Ryan Reynolds. That was horrible, but
I love Ryan Reynolds. I just sick as fuck of seeing his Mint Mobile commercials.
Yeah.
All right, two more. Lupin the Third announced new live action film. Finally.
Nice. I didn't watch many Lupin the Thirds or anything like that, but I know of it and I watched some, and I'm always fascinated by Lupin the Third. So I'm surprised a live action. I believe a live action have happened. I don't know. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. There was a guy that I worked with at the Best Buy in Amarillo, Texas that looked just like him. And so I don't even remember his actual name. We just called him Lupin.
I have a confession to make. That show Lupin with Idris Elba, I thought it was Lupin the Third, and they just made him black. Swear to God.
Wait, was it on Netflix?
Yes. I thought they just made Lupin black and didn't have a crew.
That's Luther, not Lupin.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought. That's what I thought at first. I'll be honest.
Oh my God.
It was like Luther, and I'm like, they made him black?
Oh my God.
Confessions with Naz. All right, what's the last one we got?
Oh my God. The CW is pulling 2 shows from its programming schedule just 10 days after they made their premiere. On Friday, it was revealed that the network is pulling Down to Earth with Zac Efron and Fantastic Friends. So they were so bad that they got canceled like shortly after their first episode.
I got another confession. Never heard these shows. Never heard of them.
Never.
Didn't even know they existed.
I just want to add that CW is making shit movies.
I told you they're
TV shows, I mean.
they reached their peak. They need to get these writers, find some good new writers, and get some good shows.
I wish Ray Liotta was still alive so that his chant and the picket lines was "fuck you, pay me, fuck you, pay me."
In spirit, he's there in spirit.
Yes, of
He's
course he
there in
is.
spirit
How is he? He like died, and he keeps movies keep coming out. It's weird.
because he made these movies before he died.
But like 10 of them, like
That's how you do it. Maybe he knew. Maybe he
I'm
knew
on my
before he
way
died.
out. Time to make 50 movies.
I gotta make this. That's what Bruce Willis is not dying, but he knew something was up, so that's why he just kept making movies like crazy.
True that.
Yeah.
Did we
That's
talk
all?
about Hawaii being on fire?
No, but I think we're running out of time now.
It's on fire. There was a hurricane. It was windy. It's fucked up.
That's it. That's
That-
next time. That's the Machine Room Podcast. No, we gotta give it a real good name. Machine Room Quickie. Machine Room Podcast Quickie. Right there. Boom. That.
There you go.
That fucking fire hurricane is all fucked up.
I thought too, like we could do that on like our TikTok or something.
Yeah.
And like for
For sure.
little events that don't really have like a
Yeah,
lot
for sure.
of subject matter, we could just get on TikTok and be like, yo, this happened, and then like dip out.
That's it. Just point out a picture. Yeah, this happened, and then done. I love it. I love it. Real good. All right, guys. I got to get the hell out of here. That was the Machine Room Podcast. It was fantastic. We, as always, try to go down these fucking things. And it's funny because you pick shit that I even wanted to talk about, like the Street Shark. Fantastic. You know, I was going to point that out, and you already got it because that's why you're the shit. And that's why this is the Machine Room Podcast. And that's why all of you guys are fantastic. Love ya from us to you. Have a great week. We'll see you next week here in the Machine Room Podcast. Please fold your chairs. Don't use it to beat someone else. But if you need it for protection, you're free to take it outside the room and take it on your way home. But just bring the chair right back to us, okay? They're rentals.
And
Peace out.
all of you neighbor watch guys, get a folding chair.
Get your folding chair on. It's about damn time that the WWE have actually impacted the fucking hood. That's what I'm talking about. Come at me with a chair. We'll have a better chance, you know? Good night, everybody. I mean, that person was smart. I would take a chair too. I don't know what the fuck. Use a chair. Folding chair? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep a folding chair on lock. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna buy a folding chair from Costco and put it in my trunk. It's gonna be there, just ready.
Then you can say, don't make me have to pop the trunk on your bitch ass.
What? You want me to bring this mother? Let me take a seat.